ancient 200,000-year-old extraterrestrial Anunnaki metropolis that will rewrite history as we know it. Everything we know about history can be rewritten with one finding. However, while there have been countless discoveries made in the past decade, many of them never got the deserved attention due to selective mainstream scholars who will remain skeptical about everything that does not fit into their popular belief system. One such discovery that changes everything we have been taught in history books is that of a 200,000-year-old civilization that proposed in Africa when mainstream scholars tell us there were no advanced civilizations there, and that the first advanced civilizations in the history of mankind appeared in Sumeria and other places like ancient Egypt. Teaming up with Johann Hein, researchers and author Michael Tellinger decided to explore what mainstream scholars characterized as impossible, an area located 150 miles inland near the city of Maputo. There, a humongous ancient metropolis measures over 150 square miles, has conquered the terrain over 160,000 years ago. This ancient metropolis is believed to be part of an even larger settlement, which according to Tellinger measures about 10,000 miles. Until Tellinger decided to take a closer look, no one bothered to explore the mysterious formations on the ground. When Hein first introduced me to the ancient stone ruins of southern Africa, he had no idea of the incredible discoveries we would achieve in the following years. The photographs, artifacts, and evidence we accumulated points towards a lost civilization that has never before been and precedes all others, not for hundreds of years or a few thousand years, but many thousands of years, Tellinger said. Curiously, near these ancient metropolises, the presence of ancient gold mines indicates the presence of an advanced civilization that was able to extract gold in 200,000 BC for a mysterious purpose. Now, as we know with the ancient Sumerian legends, the Anunnaki came from the planet Nibiru, planet X, to specifically mine gold. They needed it to fix their damaged atmosphere for some reason. So could this be the location? According to Tellinger, this is rather interesting since it shows how a time-worn lost civilization prospered in the region while being capable of extracting massive amounts of gold at several mines in the region. All of this at a time when mainstream scholars are telling us humans were not developed enough in order to undertake such sophisticated projects. So who needed gold in 200,000 BC? How was it extracted? And is it possible that the relative vicinity to the sea was the reason why the giant metropolis was erected in the first place? Was gold used in trade or sculptures? Or is it possible, as the ancient astronaut theory poses, that gold was used in a far more technological purpose than what mainstream scholars are willing to accept? Tellinger said, "I see myself a fairly open-minded chap, but I will admit that it took me well over a year for the penny to drop and for me to realize that we are actually dealing with the oldest structures ever built by humans on Earth," he said. The true size of the huge ancient metropolis can only be appreciated from above. These incredible ancient ruins extend to the horizon endlessly. Today we see the remains of huge spherical buildings, large stone circles that protrude from the ground, and giant walls that rise over 5 feet in height. Complex road systems have also been identified and connected communities for hundreds of miles. Seeing these ancient remains from above clearly indicates that whoever built this ancient metropolis around 200,000 BC wanted to create a sophisticated and advanced settlement, one that was carefully planned and eventually developed. The question to why create such a large settlement could potentially be answered by the numerous gold mines present in the area. So while mainstream researchers will find it hard to accept, as Michael Tellinger said, quote, "a complete paradigm shift will be needed to completely understand the complexity of this ancient site," unquote. And while researchers today are still trying to figure out the mystery, Many are baffled by the idea that these ruins possibly belong to an ancient civilization that prospered in the region in the distant past, at a time when mainstream scientists tell us no advanced civilizations inhabited our Earth. Looking into alternative theories, we come across the ancient astronaut theory and Zecharia Sitchin, who tells us about the Anunnaki, who were from the skies, extraterrestrials, and their mining operations, quote unquote, here on Earth, at a time when advanced humans did not exist, a time frame in modern history that, according to mainstream researchers, do not exist. Now, we even know in the book of Genesis of the Holy Bible, they refer to monatomic gold, which was in very good condition. Why would that be? It's a very strange thing. Why would they mention that monatomic gold in the Holy Bible? Now, the ancient Anunnaki timeline coming to Earth, according to Zecharia Sitchin, 450,000 BC. After long wars, the atmosphere of the planet Nibiru began to deteriorate and became a hostile place for life. The Anunnaki needed gold to repair their atmosphere. According to researchers, we can use gold nanoparticles to repair our damaged ozone layer. 445,000 BC, and the Anunnaki aliens landed on Earth and established their base in Eridu, wanted to extract gold from the Persian Gulf, and they were led by Enki, the son of Anu. 416,000 BC, gold production fell, which made Anu come to Earth, and beside him, his other son Enlil arrived. Anu decided that mining would take place in Africa and promoted Enlil in charge of the Terran mission, the mission on Earth. 400,000 BC, in southern Mesopotamia, were 7 developed nations. Among the most important were Sipar, Nippur, and Shuruppak. After the metal was refined, the ore was transported from Africa with ships and then sent into orbit destined for Nibiru. And we can take a look at the incredible structures with Google Earth using the coordinates Carolina, Bad Pass, Waterval, and Maka Dodrop. Tellinger said, "I see myself as someone quite open-minded, but I admit that it took me over a year to figure it out, and I realize that we are actually dealing with the oldest structures ever built by man on Earth. The main reason for this is that we have been taught that nothing of significance has ever come from South Africa. Powerful civilizations all emerged in Sumeria and Egypt and other places, according to conventional history." Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is Unbedded Reality. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.